will be donning the captain's armband, obviously in the absence of Ismail Ganiyu, who's still recuperating from that injury. And we take this opportunity to also wish Justice Blay well after his surgery, which is going to keep him out for the rest of the season.
Well, of course, talking about injuries, Richmond Lamptey and Abdul Ganiyu are all out, and the coach said they are recuperating very well and they will join the team very soon. And for Isaac Opon and Justice Blay, it's end of season for them since they are out with a very, very serious injury. And so they will not be joining the Kotoko team before the season ends. For Legon Cities, it's a 4-4-2, but brings goal to the substitute bench for Legon Cities, and they have some big name players in there. The captain of the team, Francis Adonoya, is on the bench, as well as Ndija Shibo Te Akwe, Andrews and Team Menu, all formerly of Wafa, and Mohamed Rashid, the captain for Techima 11 Wonders, all on the substitute bench. For Kumasi Asante Kotoko, Salifu Mudasiru is on the substitute bench, as well as the national under-20 star player Clinton Opoku, alongside Samuel Boateng and Maxwell Ajimai. Such big players on the substitute bench for both teams.
And that's Jonah Atukwe. He is the man who holds the golden gun for Legon Cities. And the players are being ushered onto the field, and the hostilities will begin pretty shortly. Being led onto the field by the match commissioner, Mark Amwaku Williams, assistant headmaster academics of Sunyani Senior High School. Officials follow closely. They're all looking hale and hearty. The two captains followed, plus the goalkeepers. And boy, what quality we have in goalkeeping here this afternoon. Ibrahim Danlad had made his mark at the junior level, and so has Eric Ofori-Entry.
Yeah, you saw the smile on Eric Ofori-Entry's face, and he will play against his former side. And I'm sure he knows the terrain so well that he can just give us a smile just before kickoff.
Officials for this afternoon are also poised ready for action. So the man in the middle for this afternoon's game is Selom Yao Bless. He's from Peki. He's a physical education teacher at the Kaneshi Senior High School. Atimaka Paul is a FIFA assistant referee from Aplau and a French teacher by profession. Then we have Minkail Fauzan, the second assistant from Tamale. He's a student at the UDS Tamale campus. Then we have Fusaini Alpha Bar Ade. He's from WA and a teacher by profession.
And talking about the match officials, Selom Yao Bless, one of the finest officiating officials we have in the Ghana Premier League. So far, he's had a great season in terms of matches that he has officiated. Nothing to talk about with his performance, and with the referees review panel punishing officiating officials for their errors. We will pray he has a good game today.
Yes, obviously, Selom Yao Bless. We've seen him in a couple of games, and he has performed above average. But these are the gentlemen who believe that they are taking 3 points back to the nation's capital, Accra. Let's see whether they can do that in 90 minutes. They've got one of the safest pair of hands, I should say, in Eric Ofori-Entry. They also have one of the goal-getters on the average for the Ghana Premier League. That's the captain, Jonah Atukwe. He's got a couple of goals, about 5 of them this season. And then, of course, for Kumasi Asante Kotoko, there's that mercurial fullback there who wears the captain's armband today, Imoro Ibrahim. He has performed wonderfully well this season. And, of course, the gentleman in red, almost always living up to expectation when it matters most. 13 games Kotoko have played at home. They've won 10, drawn 2, and lost just 1 game.
Yeah, and they are yet to lose after losing to King Faisal earlier on in the season. They're unbeaten since then. For Legon Cities, Jonah Atukwe, their leading top marksman in this season's league, will be the man to look out for. And so this game will be a Jonah Atukwe versus, of course, a Tuga Mbela, the goal machine for Kumasi Asante Kotoko. And that's the head coach of Kotoko in your shot. And he's in a very flamboyant mood, and he feels Kotoko will have a reaction today. He knows that they must have it, and they are not under pressure. He always records.
Yes, he's definitely calmed the nerves of the Porcupine Warriors after that sad loss to Real Tamale United away from home. That was at the Aliyu Mahama Stadium in Tamale. But they look buoyed up and side up for action. Let's see how they perform against a tough Legon Cities side, who themselves have not done pretty badly. They've only won 2 matches away from home out of 12 matches. But they've picked up 6 draws, which has been encouraging enough for that man Maxwell Konedu, and have lost 4 times this season. So again, they would want to end on a high note. 10th position they occupy now on the Ghana Premier League log, winning 8, drawing 8. Winning 8, losing 8, I beg your pardon, and drawing 9 games.
Talking about Legon City's performance this season, I'm watching the last 5 matches they've played. They've only managed to lose 1 game and pick 3 wins and 1 draw. This is very impressive. All of the teams picking up points and looking comfortable on the Ghana Premier League log, lying 11th now. And Legon Cities will be looking at an upset here at the Baba Yara Sports Stadium.
Selom Yao Bless gets us underway for this epic encounter between Asante Kotoko and Legon Cities. Legon Cities are playing in the all-yellow outfit and are playing from left to right. First incursion over the center line they go, but it goes all the way to goalkeeper Dan Ladd, who's got a first touch. And the game would proceed in earnest for the Porcupine Warriors. Of course, Yusuf Mubarak, together with Kojo Apao, will be in the heart of defense for the Porcupine Warriors. Dixon Akfuapa will come with a lot of effort, especially down the flank. Imoro Ibrahim, as usual, will occupy the space on the left-hand side with Richard Wedu coming in through the middle. So, Porcupines looking very good. That's Christopher Nette with the throw-in. That's the first throw. And Mbella sends it all the way back. Legon Cities at this moment will chase their shadows as they try to put pressure on the home side. But for Kumasi Asante Kotoko, they take firm control of the ball or of the game in this first few minutes of the game, and hoping that they can keep their concentration going forward. That's a free kick advantage. Fabio came in thick, but the referee was right there on the spot.
Yeah, and Gama, very magical on the ball, and we want to get the openings. It should be the creator, that chap who supplied the ammunition for Ituga and Infegi up front.
All cleared out nicely by Legon Cities out of their danger area. The Porcupine Warriors would put pay to that effort as Buedu sends one forward. Good enough for the Porcupine Warriors now as they come through.
And that was a dreadful pass from Infegi.
Yeah.
Was looking for the run of Fabio Gama, got it all wrong. And that pass was placed behind Gama. So
Imoro Ibrahim wears the captain's armband today. Lots of pressure will be on him, but the throw-in quickly affected by Legon Cities as they tend to look for many open spaces. There's Suleiman Mohammed all the way back to entry.
And Maxwell, before kickoff, spoke about the wing play of Kumasi Asante Kotoko, and he feels that Jonah Tukwe will do a good job on Christopher Nante down the left side as well as on the right side. Michael Ampedu also will be doing a good job on Infege.
Jonah squares it through to the middle, but it's trapped nicely by George Infege. Picks up the ever-present Fabio in midfield. He's been out of contention for a while this season, but since he got back, he's been performing creditably well. Kotoko come forward now, pass through. The intended target was a Tuga, a bit too strong. This is picked up nicely by Eric before re-entry.
Yeah, again, not the best of passes from Infege. Always trying to create something out of nothing. And there was looking for the Cameroonian connection, trying to thread one up front for Tuga, but very wrong pass again.
Selom Yao Bless notices the offside trap set by Kotoko. And again, one of the few players Legon Cities will be looking up to in terms of onward march, in terms of a forceful approach into enemy territory, is Hans Kofi.
Yeah, Hans Kofi, now on 3 goals. Very experienced, very good on the ball. Just put the ball in front of him and he will cause havoc. I'm sure Kotoko have an eye on him.
Clearance not the best by Legon Cities. Suleiman in contention there, but it's Infege. Lifts one for Imoro. Oh, lovely defending.
Yeah, good defending from Suleiman at that time. He didn't have to be strong that time and get the ball away from danger. He did that one marvelously well, Suleiman.
And Nasiru being brought down there. The advantage will stay with the visitors. Going quickly affected by Legon Cities is picked up nicely by Nasiru, sends it back, and then further on is pushed back by Mike Lampedu all the way to Ofori-Entry. So young goalkeeper Eric Ofori-Entry has been around for a while, and it's good to see him in action for the Royals this afternoon. Nasiru brings the ball down nicely, tries to cut through the middle, helped on by Nasiru Moro. And again, Kotoko stand tall with the defending. Six meetings that both sides have met here, or at least with Kotoko playing as the home team. Kotoko have won 5. There have been no draws. Cities have just picked up 1 win.
Exactly, and the last 5 meetings between the two teams, Kotoko have won all 5 matches. Cities are yet to win a game since they turned from Wild Stars to Cities.
Yeah. Looks like Kotoko clearly have a hand over the visitors here in terms of history. Out of the last 15 meetings, Kotoko have won 10. Porcupine Warriors coming forward slowly but surely as they go through here. Sheriff Mohammed lays on the pass, but again careful defending by the defense of Legon Cities. They get themselves out of trouble easily and then they give the ball away. Here comes Imoro, finds Fabio, and to the left side is Infege. Thinks that was an unfair challenge. I beg your pardon. And so it's Kotoko with the upper hand now. Corner kick quickly effected, and Fege finds Imoro on his right foot. Shot is blocked.
Yeah, good call from Selam Yahoo Bless. And now was Ate Yusufu, the left back on the run, trying to go on a counter. Interrupted there, but again on the right side it's Dixon Efuakwa who is yet to come into the game for Kotoko. We've not seen him on the ball yet. Dixon Efuakwa.
And Legon Cities would want to turn defense into attack. Yes, Mbella now. He's got 2 players in front of him. Tries to deliver the shot from an angle. Idea was good, but it went wide.
Yeah, very quick. As a flash, I mean, he gets the ball, and with that confidence, he goes around 2 defenders here. Look at the confidence. But he drives that ball a little bit wider, and that's where getting the shot was very difficult for him to get it on target. But again, showing glimpses of how deadly he is in front of goal, Tuga.
Mohamed Isaka on that occasion closing down on him, and so he had to take the shot. Kotoko still on the offensive though, as this time around they'll come from the right. As Fabio's got support behind him, Kotoko would want to move forward now. This looks good as the cross comes in. Ofori-Entry to the rescue, and that was safely and nicely done.
Yeah, the first time we've seen Nate go on the bar line, and that was a very good cross, but very close to Eric Ofori-Entry.
Good delivery from him as well. But then they lose the ball in midfield. It's picked over. It's picked up by Richard Guedo. Through the left-hand side, Imoro leaves the ball for Fabio. Mbega, Tuga Mbella is calling for the ball in the heart of the defense. Guedo picks up. Guedo can drive one from a distance, but Kotoko will want to walk the ball into the 18-yard box. Legon City say no. Chance coming the way of Legon Cities. Yes, Atukwe goes round 1, manages to get in the cross, but the finishing is not there.
Well, he did everything right. Abdul Nasiru down the right side, and very tricky customer. Went around the Kotoko defender, but the cut back. Not the best, missing everybody.
But they come forward again. Hans Kofi rather drives it back instead of going forward. But that's a good charge as they come forward now. This looks good. They're trying to use the empty holes in the heart of midfield. Long ball to the far side is brought down nicely, but I tell you, Sufi couldn't go as far as he had wanted to go. Lovely gaining the ball back, gaining possession. This time they go deep into the 18-yard box. Hans Kofi sandwiched between three players. A shot is fired eventually. Idea was good, but they kept going and going out of danger zone. And Michael Ampedu knows that he could have done much better.
Yeah, that was a very good drive. But Legon Cities, it's all about belief now. A long ball from Atukwe, and just look at the control from Hans Kofi. Brilliantly done, and setup was excellent. Blasted wide though, but good play from Legon Cities. Trying to show Kotoko they can also play, and showing that they have some quality in there. Just look at the control from Hans Kofi and the setup, excellently done. Ampedu blasted wide, but that was good from Legon Cities.
Quite impressive from the Royals. It's now their turn to defend as Kotoko come forward. Yusuf Mubarak hardly crosses the center line. Kotoko lose control. So again, Legon Cities are looking quite confident. This time, the foreign entry had to send it all the way out because Mbella was probing.
Yeah, exactly, because the pressure from Mbella and Eriko Forenchi was not taking any chances.
George Mfe gets a cross dealt with nicely by goalkeeper for entry. Of the two goalkeepers, he's been in action over the last couple of minutes for entry.
And down the left side, Mfe seems to be getting a lot more of the ball, and he seems to be trying to create something, but he's getting the final pass, the final delivery always wrong. And I'm having a feeling if he gets it right, Kotoko could score from that, but it has been very difficult on the right for Efuakwa, who is not in the game yet.
Here's Hans Kofi, but before he could say the jack, ball was cleared away from him by Imoro. It's a long lunge into enemy territory now. Kotoko deal with it nicely, and referee takes notice of an infringement. Well, the flag was already up for offside.
And there you saw Max Okunedo with a smile. But it has been a very good approach from Cities, starting with a 4-4-2, and in the middle, it seems to be crowding the Kotoko midfielders. Very, very impressed with Michel Otu and Moro Nasiru so far.
Fabio picks up the pieces.
And since losing to Real Tamale United last week, Masters of Kotoko should be showing character. They should be showing that they're putting that loss behind them. They've not created enough chances yet.
Chances have not been created, that's for sure, for Kotoko. But again, they would want to cement some kind of authority in the game as they go forward. Guido to the near side. Ball control by Imoro. Fabio goes forward as well as George Mfege. Ball has been collected nicely by Legon Cities as they come forward. Threading the passes across, and that's been good enough for them. Here's Hans Kofi. Mubarak gets there first.
And every time Kotoko moves forward, City seems to be dealing with the danger very easily and calmly at the back, and they get the job done and always want to go on the counter. That's Hans Kofi.
Yeah.
Seems to be in some pain.
Went down after that initial move by Legon Cities.
He's holding his tie. Maybe he pulled a muscle.
Well, it could be. It could be. They're working on it, but
there you can see the ice pack on the tie, at the back of the tie.
yeah. Let's just hope and pray that it's not as serious as we think. He's up on his feet, and the game would continue. Battles between these two sides, really, does not come up with a lot of goals. If you remember, over the last 4 or so matches, it's almost always been a 1-0 advantage. Last season, for example, both encounters ended 1-0 to the good for Kotoko as Imoru comes forward looking for the space to spread the pass. He gets a return, shot is fired, but I think it hit George and Fege on the way and slowed it down for Eric Ofori entry to pick up.
And this is more likely for Kotoko. Lovely move. The 1-2 between Imoru and Fege working to perfection.
Ball picked up by Hans Kofi. Seems to be good enough. Jonah Atukwe is in a scoring position. Checks in, but slips in the process. Ball is cleared, but Salom Yao Bless has given the advantage of a penalty to Legon Cities.
Again on the counter, beautiful pass from Hans Kofi. A player struggling with injury a while ago with that wonderful pass. There, Hans Kofi. Just look at that fishing with the side of his foot. A brilliant pass to Jonah Atukwe. Very slippery, and just look at the 10 here. Was there contact?
Well, we'll take a look at it closely.
Salom Yao Bless had a clear view on that.
Yes, indeed. He was just behind them.
And I told you to believe in the eyes of the City's players means this was a big game. Look at that pass with the side of his foot. Brilliant pass. And Atukwe here with a wonderful 10. But was there contact from Christopher Nete? From this side of the slow-mo, you wouldn't see the contact here. But I'm sure we'll see it more clearer here. That brilliant pass from Hans Kofi. And Atukwe in a very good position. Very, very dangerous player. Would turn beautifully here. It seems there was contact on the left leg.
From this replay, it clearly looks like Christopher Neti had his foot stuck out. Prosper Neti has a smile on his face. Not too sure what he's thinking. And Imoru goes to the assistant referee, and Yusuf Mubarak and others are being told to all go back.
Yeah, and the captain trying to ask questions why that penalty was awarded. And indeed, Yao Bless trying to stand on his feet and be stern. But just look at Prosper Nate asking questions again. And the Kotoko players feeling that was not a penalty.
Well, it is a penalty for Legon Cities. 17 minutes gone in the first half. It's goalless. So Legon Cities will be looking forward to draw first blood. And they have elected Michel Otu to do just that. Goalkeeper Danlad Ibrahim is ready. He makes himself big in the goal post here. Legon Cities go 1-2-3. Let's go number 1 for Legon Cities.
Superb penalty. I mean, he gives the goalkeeper the eye and sends him the wrong way. Expertly done by Michel Otu, the former Grey Olympics midfielder. And Cities up by a goal. They have their tails up. They've been very, very impressive in the first 18 minutes of this game.
Yeah, they've tried to work through some difficult incursions. But here, Michel Otu picked his spot well and planted it nicely.
Calmly done. Expertly taking penalty. Just look at how he was able to sweep the goalkeeper. Superb penalty by all standard.
Kotoko 0, Legon Cities 1. Goal scored from the penalty spot by Michel Otu.
Now it's time for Kotoko to come back again. We've seen them in many games here at the Babaya Sports Stadium where they've gone down by a goal, but they've managed to come back to level pegging and probably go ahead to win the game as well.
Well, Kotoko haven't lost in their last 9 games, and so let's see. I'm sure the status quo would be maintained one way or the other, but Kotoko come back fighting hard. That's a difficult header there, but it was dealt with nicely. Kotoko have an opportunity. The back flip didn't go through by Etuga.
Good play from Kotoko again. And this was a chance in a million.
Yeah, and it's Christopher Nete with another cross. There's a teasing one at that. But this time it's dealt with nicely by Eric. For re-entry, here comes Nasiru. Jonah in the thick of affairs. Ball has been taken away from them. Buedu finds Infege. Kotoko have space in front of them. Tries to go down the byline. A bit too strong, that pass.
Yeah, not the best of passes from Mosheri. You hardly see him do that, but was looking for the run of a Fuakwa. And that pass was too heavy. But again, Kotoko building momentum now. Since they went down by a goal, they've shown glimpses of the quality in the team. And nearly came to level pegging with that back flick header from Infege, looking for the connection of Etuga, but that was behind Etuga, and Etuga went for the back heel.
Two players go down in the center circle. Infege seems to be one of them. And again, Imoro Ibrahim would want to ask questions. Richard Boyd was not too happy.
Yes, he's complaining so much. After the penalty, he's been complaining. And that's why his teammates keep pushing him away. They want him concentrated. He's a very quality player and the leader of the Kotoko team today.
So Michel Otu and Georges Infege all went down after that clash, and the fans, they are not perturbed by the fact that they are down by a goal. They seem unperturbed.
Yeah, and one of the lovely things you always see at the Babara Sports Stadium is seeing these fans always in a jubilant mood, always trying to support Kotoko. Even when they are losing, you see them stand on their feet throughout the 90 minutes and they sing and cheer the team up.
Obviously the 12th player for the Porcupine Warriors. They chant for 90 minutes. Free kick quickly effected. Dixon Afuakwa, nobody there to follow up. So 21 minutes gone. Kotoko trail by 1.
And one thing that has been clear, very, very clear in the play of Kumasa Santi Kotoko this afternoon is the final ball. They don't seem to get it right. I mean, whether it's from Infege or Fuakwa or Gama, it seems to be getting something wrong about the final ball to Etuga.
Good fighting spirit by Fabio. But it's more opportunities coming the way of Legon Cities this time. They come through the left, floated in nicely by Tukwe, but Nasiru could not control well. Legon City is fighting for the ball, but the referee says the advantage should go to Kotoko. Sharif is down. Injury worries for Legon Cities at this time. Yes, it's Nasiru. Hamza Abdul Nasiru is up on his feet.
And at this point in time, Prince, I'm just looking at the tactical approach from the two coaches, and for Maso Kuredu, it's a typical 4-4-2. Whilst Prosper Nate Ogum is going for the 4-2-1-3, and it seems the 4-4-2 is working to perfection, where Legon City seems to be having a lot of numbers in the heart of midfield.
Well, Kotoko come forward now through Imoro down that left. Buedu picks up the pieces, flips one forward, and I think the flag is already up for offside. Yes, it is. But let's not take anything away from the Porcupine Warriors. Right after that penalty goal was scored, they got themselves back fighting and nearly regained level pegging. That didn't go through the way they would have wanted, but they're still probing for that equalizing goal. Ball controlled in the midfield nicely. Fabio Gama heads on. Mbella lays on a pass. Nicely done. Umasia Sante Kotoko firmly in control as they come forward with Christopher Nete. Can Nete get the ball back again? He can. He gets in across. Legon Cities have every time to clear out. Oh, lovely skill. Jonah Atukwe and Co are looking for more opening options. Here's Hans Kofi. And eventually it's cleared out away by Imoro. Fabio lays on the pass. Infege now. They will need to clear their lines. They do so nicely, but unfortunately, they concede a corner kick.
Yeah, miscommunication at the back between Eric Ofori-Enchi and Sulemana. But again, City's looking so dangerous on the counter. And it's always coming down the left side. And Nete should be very tight with Jonah Atukwe. Atukwe seems to be ripping him apart. And his pace causing a lot of trouble. And that time, if Hans Kofi had picked the perfect pass, I'm sure Cities would have been up by 2. Kotoko need to be very careful on that counter.
Corner kick advantage to the home side. Floated in with the left foot by Imoro. The ball hit the hand of Mbella. Yes, I think it did. And so it will be a free kick advantage to Cities.
Seems to be having a very difficult afternoon. The goal machine, Ituga Mbella.
He's not got the rhythm as smooth as he would have wanted so far in the first 25 minutes.
You see the delivery here. Perfect delivery, a very good one. But he eludes everybody and fell for Ituga. Couldn't control the first time and the clearance hit his hand.
Kotoko on the threshold of getting themselves back into the game. And again, Legon City is giving them that opportunity, creating some loopholes in the defense. Dixon Afuakwa could not take a better advantage.
Let me see the replay again. That call was from the assistant line too. Fauzan. The pass from Ituga. And Dixon Afuakwa was in an offside position already.
25 minutes gone. Kotoko 0, Legon Cities 1. Picked up by Nasiru. Now this is where Legon Cities are a threat, spreading the game nicely once again. Here's Jonah. Jonah lays on the pass into the 18-yard box. There are 3 yellow shirts. Well, tried as he did, Hans Kofi could just not direct his header towards goal.
Again, another lovely move from Legon Cities. And I told you, Atukwe ripping Nete apart. That was another good ball up front. And I tell you, Sifu with a cutback. A little bit too strong and too high. Looking for Hans Kofi. But that pass from Atukwe, and just look at the cutback from Ateu Yusufu, the Togolese international, by the head of Hans Kofi. And the ball seems to be drifting away from him a little bit before he applied his head to it. And Kotoko left off the hook again. Yeah.
But of course, that young chap on that left-hand side who's been combining effectively with Jonah Atukwe, I'm talking about Togolese international Ate Yusufu, is one of the few players to look out for. Last season, he had his moment of glory when Accra Hearts of Oak played against Wafa. On the last day and the crowning moment for the Phobians, he was the gentleman who messed up the party, got a single goal against the Phobians.
And I'm not too sure if he's here to mess the party of Kubasa Kotoko.
Yeah, well, if anybody knows the threat of Ate Yusufu, it's the Kotoko head coach, Dr. Prosper Nate Ogun. Had Ate Yusufu for a year. Crosses on nicely. Oh! Very, very, very lackadaisic of that man, Danlad Ibrahim. Messed it up the first time but recovered nicely. And quickly Kotoko would want to take advantage.
And Prince have not been very impressive in the Kotoko back line. And anytime Legon Cities go on the attack, it seems to be in some trouble. It's just the final ball from the Cities players that has not been the best. Other than that,
well, opportunity coming the way of the Porcupine Warriors once again. Infege could not get a very strong header, and it also lacked the direction. Wonderful pass from Richard Kwedu. Here's Hans Kofi once again. He's shown his class. He's shown what he can do. The pass is laid on. Is it a bit too strong? It's crossed in nicely. Oh! Where was the marking? Where was the marking in defense? And Hans Kofi registers a goal in his name.
What a way to score your 4th goal of the season. And Hans Kofi has been in some amazing form here. Just look at Nasiru after that brilliant 1-2. And the finish, and where was the defending? And I told you, the Kotoko defense and 6s and 7. They are all over the place. Just look at Hans Kofi. Started the move and located the run of Nasiru. Nasiru with a brilliant cross in. No player to mark Hans Kofi. And the Kotoko defense ripped apart again. Just look at the pass from Hans Kofi. And then he moved from where he moved from. Nobody located the run of Hans Kofi. But they're in a very good position. And what a finish.
Finishing off in style, Hans Kofi gets his name on the score sheet. Wonderful display by Legon Cities at this stage of the game. Hans Kofi registering his 4th goal of the season. Kotoko would have to fight from the rear.
This is the first time at the Baba Yara Sports Stadium that Kotoko have conceded 2 straight goals. We'll wait to see if they can come back from this game. It will be a magical comeback.
Big question, have they recovered from the Tamale scare?
It doesn't seem like they have, Prince. I mean, before kickoff, I asked Prosper Nate Ogum what has been the reaction of the Kotoko players in training after losing to Real Tamale United. And he said he has psyched them up. They are really in the mood to battle it out here. But they've not shown glimpses of the Kotoko we know. It is a very bad day. I've not seen the Kotoko with those brilliant moves and creating so many chances. It has not been a good day.
Well, Legon Cities are trying to revisit the year 2014. That was the last time they beat the fabulous Asante Kotoko. And now his injury worries Hans Kofi seems to be in some amount of pain. 30 minutes gone in the first half. Kotoko 0, Legon Cities 2.
Well, they need to wake up, the fabulous boys. They need to wake up. At the back, they are not at their usual best. I mean, on the left side, we've seen Jonathan Tukwe rip Christopher Nete apart in so many occasions, and the final delivery into the 18-yard box has not been the best. Now, on the right side again, Nasiru seems to be having some wonderful moments going around Imoro, who seems to be complaining all afternoon. And at that time, good interpositional play, great understanding between Hans Kofi and Nasiru on the right side. And there, the cutback from Nasiru locating Hans Kofi. And that was a brilliant finish. Yeah, we'll look at that goal again. No, that was the
incident
the injury,
that brought in the injury.
But it'll be good to look at the second goal again. Have a look at it again.
Legon Cities are probing. Kotoko now have to multiply in defense, clear out their lines nicely. Christopher Nete. Now they decide to go through the middle and then to the left-hand side of their attack, where Captain Imoro will join.
They need urgency, they need belief. Kumanza Santi Kotoko.
Yeah, they do. Wedu's long ball in. The result is going to be a corner kick advantage to Kotoko. I thought it was a corner kick. Assistant thought otherwise, but Selom Yao Bless was the closest.
Yeah. He seems to have gone with the assistant line too, but changed his mind. And that was good decision. It is a corner kick.
Yeah. Corner kick floated in nicely, but it goes over the top. So again, Kotoko putting pressure on their opponents, but I'm sure the fans will be asking a lot of questions. And I've seen the enforcer in the middle, Mudasiru Salifu, warming up.
Again, that was good delivery from the captain Imoro. And it was a free header for Mo Sharif, but couldn't direct his header a little bit down. I mean, he got it over the crossbar. And this is where Kotoko are lacking. The final ball, the final touch has always not been the best. Who can apply the Midas touch for the Porcupine Warriors?
Well, still in the stands is the vociferous fans of the Porcupines doing their own thing. Still believing in the team despite the fact that they're 2 goals down. Maxwell Kunedu in all white today. Not too sure what that signifies, but Hans Kofi picks the ball from Imoro Ibrahim. Imoro fights back and brings him down.
Yeah. And that was a very lazy challenge from Imoro. Should be a bookable offense.
And into the referee's books he goes, Imoro Ibrahim. He doesn't seem to be complaining about this one.
He is. I mean, just look at his gestures. Yeah, he got it all wrong again very late to that challenge. And that was nasty. That was really nasty and a very lazy one.
Yeah. And I think on that occasion, Yusuf Mubarak was a shade late. You could see him telling him that he should have come a bit earlier. So into the referee's books he goes. Imoro Ibrahim collects the yellow card. Dan Lad has had to pick 2 balls from his net.
And out of the 2, there was nothing that Lad could have done about it. I mean, the second goal was out of a superb, brilliant display from 2 players, Nasiru and Kofi.
Free kick advantage to the visitors now. And the enforcer is getting ready to come on. He's going to be taking the place of Dixon Ifuakwa, but after the free kick. Swung in nicely. The threat goes to the far side. It's picked up by Jonah Atukwe. Comes through the middle, but is trapped nicely by Etuga. Kotoko. Move forward. Fabio gets a foot to it. Mbella lays on the pass. Good enough for Kotoko, but that final pass, final delivery went to the wrong opponent. It's Jonah Atukwe on the far side, and he fails to trap the ball.
Trying to be very intelligent, and again, Cities on the counter, and straight they will move to Jonah Atukwe, who is very quick on the left side. This time around, he got it wrong. I mean, he was trying to be more quicker than the ball, but has he gotten it under control? Kotoko would have been in another big trouble again, because you look at Hans Kofi and Rahman, always in a very good position to receive those passes. And like I told you, Cities seems to be, outnumbering Kotoko in the middle, and that's where they have been really very impressive, Legon Cities.
Quick response from Prosper Nate Ogum. He brings on Salifu Mudasiru for Dixon Afuakwa. Pale shadow of himself in the first 30 minutes of this game. We're 10 minutes shy of the halftime whistle. Legon Cities in a comfortable 2-0 advantage.
And Prince, this is the first time this is happening in the Ghana Premier League. This is the first time Dr. Prosper Nate Ogum.
Ball controlled nicely. Legon Cities come up with an attack, but it is Dan Lad Ibrahim to the rescue.
Yeah, still not impressed with the Kotoko defense. They seems to be in some trouble. And look, Legon Cities have been very clever up front on the wings. That's why they've been tormenting the Kotoko defenders. But I mean, just talk about the 2 central defenders up hill, and you see Mubarak. He has not been working to perfection. No understanding, no cohesion.
They come forward now. Legon Cities would have to defend, and stoutly and gallantly they would do that. Kotoko not giving them an inch to even create an opportunity. Here they come now. A lob into the 18-yard box would suffice, but a bit too strong. George Mfege, he gets the ball all right. Ball kicked out into touch. Careful defending by Legon Cities at this stage. Is a throw-in, and of course you can't thwart the efforts of the Porcupine Warriors, especially when they're on cloud 9. Lovely cross, excellent save by Ofori Entry.
Yeah, good anticipation from the Ghana national goalkeeper. And again, the cross a little bit closer to the goalkeeper, where he's very much comfortable. And you look at the stature of Eric Ofori Entry, he's always going to be the first person to pick this kind of crosses. But like I was saying, the first time in the Ghana Premier League, we've seen Dr. Prosper Nate Ogum bring the family to the stadium, and we are privileged to have 2 beautiful children of Dr. Prosper Nate Ogum in the stands. It's Ellen Dede Ogum, who is in the first year of the SHS, and then of course Kelvin Nate Ogum, who is also in the last year of the GHS. So they are here with us, and unfortunately for them, Kotoko are losing.
Appeals for the penalty. Selom Yao Bless was standing right in front of Mbella. He says, I will not take that. Nasiru goes down, but there's still an onward surge by Legon Cities to the far side now. They have a lot of space to operate, and I'm wondering why Kotoko are not closing in on them. But Legon Cities, here they go.
We'll have that call again from Selom Yao Bless, whether it was a clean penalty or he was right and did justice to that
Lovely pass through there. Is he onside? No, the referee's whistle had already gone, but that was quick thinking on the part of Hans Kofi. Trying to set up the pass.
Yeah, and he's been getting a staying warning.
Yeah.
That was a two-guy. Then see, look at that brilliant display of passes. And again, it was Jonathan Tukwe and Hans Kofi. And Hans Kofi has been brilliant. This afternoon has been exceptional. Located the run again of Nasiru.
Kotoko come forward now. Involvement of Mudasiru in the attacks should give them a little bit of a bite up front. Legon Cities now, this time overcrowded by two able-bodied defenders of the Porcupine Warriors, not taking any chances at this stage as we get into the last 5 minutes of the first half. It's Kotoko 0, Legon Cities 2.
They've been brilliant at the back. Cities, they've been solid. I mean, Suleiman, and of course, the former Elmina Sharks defender, Isaka.
Yeah.
They've been solid at the back, really good.
So at this stage, it's Legon Cities in firm control of the game. Michael Ampedu has been supporting the midfield and moving forward as and when he can, especially from the right-hand side of attack. But for Legon Cities, I beg your pardon, the eye is almost always on Jonah Atukwe, who uses those short bursts of runs to outwit his markers. Then they come forward once again. Nasiru with a pass, but this time it's picked up by Kotoko. Fabio Gama, Ibrahim, Etuga finds his Cameroonian partner George Mfege. Solid clearance from defense. He doesn't go too far. Mfege still comes forward, puts it on his right foot and lashes a drive. Wins a corner kick for his effort.
Lovely play from Kumansa Santi Kotoko. What a response that would have been in that shot, which cannon of the body of a Legon Cities player has zoomed straight into the net. But that was a great movement from the Kotoko players, and this is good to see. I mean, the Tuga linking up very well with Mpege. They need that urgency, they need that belief that they can still come into the game. Kotoko.
Corner kick to the Porcupine Warriors. Eric Oforientry tipping that over.
Yeah, that was good goalkeeping from Oforientry.
Yeah.
Went into the air, and after missing one or two movements, saw the ball drift away from him and went to parry that one away from trouble. The delivery again from Imoro. And just look at that fingertips parry away from trouble. That was good goalkeeping.
Another opportunity for Imoro to bend one through. Pressure on Kotoko, get themselves back into the game. That's the man who came on just a few minutes ago. Mudasiru has put Kotoko back in the game, and can you begrudge these fans?
Came on, good delivery again, and where was the defending? The Legon Cities players all over the place, no marking whatsoever. Just look at that delivery, superb one. It wasn't dealt with the first time, but just look at Mudasiru with a perfect pinpoint header straight into the net, and Eric Oforientry beat it. There, nobody marking. Mudasiru, free header, and it's at the back of the net, and Kotoko are back in the game. And the supporters are in raptures here. They are singing to that goal, and this is what they wanted. One goal to ginger them up.
And that goal has come in a very good timing, in the nick of time, I should say. As Kotoko press on, they probably could get an equalizing goal here. Eric Oforientry to the rescue. But that was some good pressure from the Porcupine Warriors. It's one goal to Salifu Mudasiru. This makes it 2 goals for him this season. And this midfielder is growing in stature.
What a game we have at hand, Prince.
Yeah. Last time Kotoko lost here, it was a painful 3-2 loss to King Faisal. Mfege getting 2 goals on the occasion, but it was a certain Zubairu Ibrahim who got 3. And Kotoko come forward yet again. Yes, Etuga. It will be a throw-in advantage to the Porcupine Warriors. What a mad rush it will be should Kotoko get themselves back on level pegging before halftime. Fabio Gama obviously can go through the host of legs. Here's Bwedu. Picked up by Atukwe. Chases after that.
The pace of Atukwe always troubling the back line of Kotoko.
Yeah.
He should be careful with his pace. But it's good to see Kotoko back in the game, and they are showing the quality once more. They've not played very well today, but again, when they are back in the game, you expect everything or anything from them.
Nasiru lays on the pass through. The shot is fired on target, but straight at goalkeeper Danlad Ibrahim.
Again, lovely play
from
Legon Cities. Catching the defense of the Kotoko players unaware.
Legon Cities on the threshold. Could this be goal number 3 for them? But they've got a host of red shirts to go past, and they give the ball away. The throw-in was going to go the way of the Porcupine Warriors. Selom Yao Blessed thinks otherwise. Yeah.
And the fans are really not happy with that. But what a game has been there, the head coach also not really happy with that.
Yeah. Kotoko still trail. 45 minutes are up.
I'm talking about the 45 minutes. Let's go to the other sentence. I mean, so many games going on in the Ghana Premier League. Let's go to the Theatre of Dreams. It's a big day there at the Theatre of Dreams. Dreams FC are up by a goal against King Faisal. Faisal, can they lose game number 8 in a row consecutively? We are yet to find out. They've played 40 minutes there. Let's go to the Indom Stadium where Almina Sharks are drawing 1-1 with Real Tamale United. Big game there. To the Akon Park, Midiama 0, Wafa 0. At the Dance Park, Bibiani Gold Stars are still struggling it out there. It's 0-0 against 11 Wonders. At the Brekum Golden City Park, Brekum Chelsea 0, Adriana Star 0.
Top matches coming up. Match day 26 of the Ghana Premier League, and of course it's the turn of the current league leaders, Kotoko, to battle against Legon Cities. It's Hans Kofi going forward. It looks like the referee's whistle has gone.
I've loved every bit of this game, Prince. I mean, it's about belief, it's about confidence, it's about strategies. Who has a better strategy on the day? And in the first 35 minutes, it was Legon Cities, but Kotoko and Ogum, after that change, bringing on Mudasiru Salifu, has changed the dynamics of the game.
The ball will roll over the line for a welcome goal kick to Legon Cities. They have been under the cosh for the last 10 minutes or so, battling to save face at least before the halftime whistle goes.
And here we see Fege trying to go around Ampedu, and Ampedu doing a very good job on Fege standing on his feet, and that's good defending. You don't need to throw your legs at anything you see in the box, and that was good defending from Ampedu.
For entry with a long ball in his 3 minutes of time added on. Kumasi Asante Kotoko, what a game they've had, at least in this first 45 minutes. Have been under pressure for a while, going down by 2 goals. The first time they've conceded 2 goals in a game. Nasiru now for Legon Cities. Sensibly enough, he gets a corner kick.
Well, tops up for Max Okoredo to come to the Babara Sports Stadium and have the belief and play 2 tops. Play Rahman and Kofi on top, just to match the Kotoko defenders, and they've done a pretty good job on Apel and Yusuf Mubarak.
And of course, the influence of Hans Kofi, without a doubt, has been one of the pillars for Legon Cities as they go forward. It's a corner kick advantage. Atukwe crosses to the right, which means he leaves Ate Yusufu on the far side. Michael Ampedu and Co would come forward as the ball is swung in. Dealt with by the defense of Kotoko. Not clearly though. Legon Cities have an opportunity to come forward. Michel Otuenwell. Well, referee Selom Yao Blessed believes that we've had enough. 45 minutes of action plus time added on. A very happy hunting ground for Legon Cities, at least as far as the first 45 minutes are concerned. And at some point they were leading by a 0-2 margin till Kotoko pulled one back. Eric Oforientry has been the saviour for Legon Cities, at least as far as the first 45 minutes are concerned, and it means that Coach Prosper Nate Ogun would have to rethink the strategy as they get ready for the second half. But it's halftime here at the Baba Yara Stadium. Kotoko managed to pull a goal back, so they're trailing now by 1-2. But it was Tuga Mbella who got us off for this game, but they gave the ball away kindly to Legon Cities, who kept coming forward. Kotoko created a few chances. Mbella fired off target from this first opportunity. Jonah Tukwefu and Co had options. Hans Kofi got involved, had to send the ball back, and then the eventual shot was carried off by Michael Ampedu. But Hans Kofi came forward once again. Lovely pass through there to Jonah Atukwe just as he was getting ready to go around Christopher Neti. It was a penalty. And from the replay, clearly Christopher Neti had his right foot kicking the back of Atukwe. Michel Otu registered the first goal for Legon Cities. Carefully planted penalty kick to the blind side of Danlad Ibrahim. This obviously will spare the Porcupine Warriors on to get themselves back into the game. And so quick as a flash, they came forward. Sharif Mohammed and Co. Dixon with that cross. Fabio got in there. The back flip by Mbella didn't go too far. Kotoko kept probing once again, creating more opportunities. This time it was Dixon Afuakwa who was caught in the offside trap. Jonah Atukwe did very well, found Ate Yusufu, who sent in a cross. Hans Kofi was at the receiving end, but it went off target. But again, Hans Kofi made his presence felt this time around with a careful pass to Nasir, who got in the cross, and Hans Kofi was there to finish it off. 2-0 to the good for Legon Cities. And at this stage, it was all one-way traffic for the Royals. Hans Kofi in the right place at the right time. Dan Ladd was left with no cover. But it wasn't all done and dusted, because Kotoko felt that they could come forward again. Etuga went down. Referee says no, nothing will happen out of that. But a decent corner effected by Imoru, parried away by the goalkeeper for a second corner this time. Mudasiru in the right place at the right time. Get the Porcupines back into the game. Nicely planted. Eric Okurinchi did not have any antidote to that. So Legon Cities thought it wise that let's go forward. We could get a third goal before the referee blows his whistle for halftime. Tried as they did, it just would not materialize. Referee Salom Yao Bless blew his whistle for the end of the first 45 minutes here at the Baba Yara Sports Stadium. Is match day 26. Legon Cities have done quite well with a few shots on target. 5 fouls committed by them, although Kotoko committed most of the fouls. 5 corner kicks to the Porcupine Warriors. 1 yellow card each, no red card. At halftime, it's Asante Kotoko 1, Legon Cities 2.